Hi, I'm the Dreaded Geek. Welcome back. Today we're going to do another unboxing. I've had a couple of games come in recently that I've been waiting for on Kickstarter for a while. Being brand new games, and the fact that I'm one of the first people to receive my packages, I think there should be some excitement about seeing what's in these boxes, so I think it's worth doing a couple of quick unboxing videos. The one we're going to do now is Sentinel Tactics. This is a Kickstarter that ran a little while back, and they ran another version of it to try to sell off the last of their miniatures, which I think might still be running. So if you're interested in what you see and you didn't bid on it, you can still get back into Kickstarter to pledge and get some of these miniatures. Sentinel was I believe it's a comic series originally, and then it was a card game, and the card game is fantastic. We've played it several times. Very much like the replayability and flexibility of the card game, and now there's a miniatures sort of tabletop skirmish game set in the same universe with a similar rule system. The game can be played, I believe, without the miniatures. They were sold as a kind of optional add-on to the pack, but being the collector and completionist I am, this is everything. There is another wave of miniatures to come. This is what's in the first box. So let's put some of this aside and start at the beginning. This is the main box for Sentinel Tactics, the Flame of Freedom. Well-sealed boxes. A rulebook, of course. That's always the first thing we find in these boxes. Oh boy, Token Punch City. So there's some of the heroes, some of the general bad guys. So you get a close-up look at some of the graphics on the tokens. And on the back side is the sort of redded out, incapacitated version of the same tokens. I'm chuckling to myself at some of the names here, some of the teams on these tokens. We have Citizens Hack and Slash, Assault and Battery, and Blood, Sweat and Tears. More drones, more bad guys to join the fight, and some crystal resources, I assume. More of the turrets and field generators and other things that you're going to come across playing the game. Tokens, health tokens, aim tokens, turn tokens. Defense tokens, attack tokens, velociraptors, that's not a token. A T-Rex, cool. This is very much old school comic world. It's going to be great. If this is anything like the flavor of the card games, I'm going to love it. However, you may have to wait a couple of weeks for the reviews while I sit and punch out all these tokens. Ooh. A scenario book in the form of a comic? That's kind of cool. Going back to the roots of the source material. 3 different scenario books. These are the oh wait, maybe these aren't all good guys. Nope, these are the bad guys, in fact. Oh, Bunker was a good guy. Maybe it's both. Absolute Zero, Baron Blade, Bunker, Citizen Dawn, America's Finest, Omnitron, Ra, Tachyon, the Wraith, Omni Reaper. I think this is the big bad guy for this box. Ooh, comes with Ziploc baggies for organizing the parts. A fistful of D6. Very nice size for a game that requires a lot of dice. I like the slightly smaller size of those. Nice clear text. Those are kind of cool. And decks of action cards. Nice. So each character has their own deck of abilities that you draw from, much the same way that the card game is structured. And the assault drones and automation drones, all the kind of passive enemies that you can come against in the game, just have their basic abilities here. Now, I'm liking the way this box feels. It feels like there's a lot more space than just this box needs, which suggests to me that there's going to be space for the expansions to fit into this box. Having said that, guys, you've made an insert specifically to take the things from this game, and it doesn't take the things from this game. I will do the best I can for now. A quick flick through the rulebook. There seem to be less rules to the skirmish game than there are to the card game, which is usually the other way around. This could be quite a simple skirmish game, but that fits the spirit of these games in general. And on the side of the boxes it just introduces the expansions and things like that. There's a small set of promo cards that came with the Kickstarter only. And this is the expansion box. I'm expecting to be more of the same. Yep. One new scenario, a couple of sheets of new tokens, a small pack of new cards for the new characters and new enemies. Let's get on to the interesting parts, the miniatures. So this is the box for the main set. Taped shut inside the shrink wrap seems unnecessary. The list of all the miniatures that should be in here. Adjusted bases. Smaller than I would have expected. They're a slightly smaller scale, I think, than most war games. Detail's not bad given the size they are. And then the superheroes have these details on the miniatures that show the nature of their powers. Make them look a little like the images on their cards. There is an option to get these miniatures painted. It did add somewhat to the expense, but the paint jobs that I saw on the site did look kind of impressive. That would be the Omnitron. I'm assuming doesn't need a base because there's no large base in there. That he is, for scale, quite large next to the superheroes. Large and impressive looking. It doesn't actually fit in the box entirely either. His nose sticks out the side. And even the miniatures themselves are different scales. This one I recognize as Bunker next to one of the other citizens that I don't recognize yet. And then there's another box for the expansion pack. The box itself got a little squashed in the post, it looks like, but it doesn't look like there's any damage to the contents. Oh, that's not what I wanted. The downsides to taping the box shut as well as... There we go. Another little bag of bases. Picking out some of the more interesting miniatures to have a closer look at. Oops. And some of them are insisting. So, as usual, I will be trying to get this out and give it a playthrough in the next few days. So watch this space for a review coming soon. This has been an unboxing of Sentinel Tactics.
And I am the dreaded geek. Thanks for watching.